Carl Jung, Swiss psychiatrist, pioneer of analytical psychology, and a spiritual guide for those navigating the dark waters of anxiety and depression. Jung understood these struggles not as disorders to be eliminated, but as messages from the deeper self. If you've ever felt lost, anxious, or deeply sad, Jung believed these moments could be transformational. Jung didn't see the mind as a battlefield of symptoms, but as a rich inner landscape filled with meaning. To him, anxiety and depression weren't just chemical imbalances, they were calls from the unconscious, urging us to grow. There is no coming to consciousness without pain, Jung said. He believed we all carry a shadow. The unconscious parts of ourselves we ignore, suppress, or fear. Anxiety and depression often emerge when the shadow is knocking at the door, begging to be acknowledged. When you feel anxious, your body and mind are sounding an alarm. Jung wrote, "Neurosis is always a substitute for legitimate suffering." What did he mean by this? Often, we avoid the real challenges we must face, like changing our career, leaving a toxic relationship, or confronting childhood wounds. Instead of dealing with them directly, we experience anxiety as a stand-in. To Jung, anxiety is a symptom of disconnection, from ourselves, from purpose, from inner truth. Facing the shadow. One of Jung's core teachings is, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. This means healing isn't about just thinking positively. It's about facing what you fear, what you deny, or what you don't understand. The shadow might contain things you've rejected, your anger, your grief, even your creative potential. Jung believed that the more we suppress these parts, the more they control us unconsciously. When you feel anxious or depressed, ask, what part of me is trying to speak? Depression, Jung believed, was not just a pathology, but often a descent into the unconscious, a time when the ego loses control and the self, that deeper organizing principle, begins to reshape you. He said, depression is like a woman in black. If she turns up, don't shoo her away. Invite her in, offer her a seat, and listen to what she wants to say. This image tells us, listen to your depression. What is it pointing to? What needs are unmet? What life have you abandoned? At the heart of Jung's psychology is the concept of individuation, the journey of becoming your true self. Anxiety and depression, in Jung's view, are often part of that journey. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Individuation is not comfort, it is growth. It requires you to question your beliefs, confront your wounds, and listen to your inner voice, even when it speaks in pain. So how can we work with anxiety and depression, using Jungian psychology? Here are a few tools. Dream work. Jung believed, dreams are messages from the unconscious. Keep a dream journal. Reflect on the symbols that appear. Ask what they might mean, not just literally, but emotionally. Active imagination. This technique allows you to dialogue with parts of yourself, your fear, your sadness, your shadow. Sit quietly, imagine speaking to the feeling. What does it say? Shadow work. Reflect on traits you reject in others. Ask, what part of me am I seeing in them? Use this to reclaim lost parts of yourself. Creative expression. Jung encouraged painting, music, poetry, not for perfection, but for expression. Your psyche speaks in images, metaphors, and art. Find meaning in suffering. Jung said, the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. Anxiety and depression challenge you to do just that, to find purpose in the pain. If you're struggling right now, hear this. You are not broken. You are becoming. Carl Jung believed that darkness is not the enemy of light, it is its womb. The place where transformation begins. Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside, dreams, who looks inside, awakes. You're not alone on this journey. Every soul on the path to healing passes through darkness. And just like Jung taught, within that darkness lies your strength, your purpose, your light. If this message touched you, consider sharing it with someone who needs it. Let Jung's wisdom be your compass. Anxiety and depression are not the end of the story. They may just be the beginning. In all chaos there is a cosmos, in all disorder a secret order. You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become.